Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're playing Rennsport, which is a free-to-play racing-based simulation title, which uses the Unreal Engine 5 engine. And we are running it from my overclocked MSI Vanguard RTX 1590 graphics card and Ryzen 9950X3D CPU. So this is a free-to-play simulation-based title and is available on Epic Game Store and also Steam. But let's first start off by showing you the graphics settings really quickly. So we are playing at a render resolution of 3840 by 2160 and my 4K 154Hz display. No frame rate limit, and all the advanced graphics settings are all Epic preset with everything fully maxed out. Motion blur is disabled. There is upscaling available, but currently I have TSR set to upscale anti-aliasing, so I believe that would be a native 4K resolution, but there is a quality, balance, and performance mode available. We're just going to set to anti-aliasing mode. Now there's an anti-aliasing quality mode which you can max out, but for some reason whenever I do max it out it will not apply the settings. So I really can't enable that or the NVIDIA low fixed latency. So we're just going to have to do away with not having to adjust anti-aliasing setting or using NVIDIA boost. So for some reason, like I said, it just doesn't get applied here. So we're going to test 4K native, 8K native, and 1440p native resolutions. And again, this is a simulation-based title, so it does have some very real type simulation-based physics that is very much so something that you have to get used to in terms of the hailing characteristics, because it is kind of real life. I've only played one practice session, so this is still very new to me. But again, this is using the Unreal Engine 5, but from what I've seen, it does seem to actually run fairly decently. Along with its 1% and 0% lows, they do seem to maintain fairly decent numbers. And in terms of graphics, it's not bad. It's kind of simple. It's a little bit of a simplistic game. It is a free-to-play game. There is actually a full game available, which I think was just recently released yesterday. And it's basically called the same thing, Rennsport. The main difference is there's more tracks available, more cars. And I think you just have more available options compared to the free-to-play version, which, like I said, is available on the Epic Game Store and Steam client. And you can also play this on PS5 and I believe Xbox Series X, but I don't think you can play the free-to-play version on those consoles, so you have to only end up paying for the full game, from what I understand. So 4K native, I guess we're averaging around 134 FPS, 0% low sync at 61, 1% low sync at 105, with a max FPS of 145. Alright, very briefly, we'll switch over to 8K native resolution, and then after that we'll try 1440p and 1080p native resolution. Let me go to apply this setting here. Reset the afterburner. And that seems to put the FPS numbers around 200, pretty impressive. Now my 4K screen, it does look a little bit more blurry. But at least we get a nice boost in performance, that's always nice. And there are also other views available, which is kind of nice too. There is a cockpit view here for you sim-based fans. It's amazing all those little numbers on the instrument cluster are all individually adjusting here. It's pretty detailed. You can hear the brake pedal squeak as I push the brakes. That's kind of cool. That's a nice detail. Again, the handling is very realistic, so you do have to really be careful on the turns, otherwise you'll get a penalty, I think. Trying to be careful with my lines here because obviously I am new to this title, so don't want to screw it up. Looks like we got 3 laps. I guess for each different lap we'll try a different resolution. We'll probably throw 8K at the very end probably just do half a lap at 8K since it's, you know, a very heavy setting that most people are probably not going to use in real life. But always worth checking out to see how it runs. Okay, so 1440p, averaging 203 FPS, 0% low sitting at 73, 1% low sitting at, let's see, 135, with a max FPS of 225. Alright, let's switch over to 1920 by 1080p. This will be a more, obviously more CPU bound resolution. We'll see if this still maintains its GPU utilization here. Reset the afterburner. And yeah, pretty impressive. Still getting 95% GPU utilization, so not too bad. Pretty impressive for what it is. A little bit of backfires there in the cockpit interior review. Pretty realistic. There's that squeaky brake pedal. I love that. Pretty fast, high speed there. I want to brake before I run into trouble here. Because these corners here are very intricate, as you can see here. One little minor stutter there. But it looks like 1080p, averaging 239 FPS, 0% low sitting at 78, 1% low sitting at 165 with a max FPS of 257 on 1080p native. Alright, now let's switch over to a really high resolution, which will be 8K. And then you probably won't be able to read the MSI Afterburner overlay, so I will call it the numbers. We'll see how this runs, and then we'll probably finish off the remainder of the lap at a 4K native. So we reset the Afterburner here. Now this is definitely the most crisp looking one in terms of its quality because of the really high resolution. But we're averaging 48 FPS. 0% low sitting at 39, 1% low sitting at 42 with a max FPS of 49 at 8K native. So pretty impressive. It does seem to scale pretty well at different resolutions, and 8K is, hey, it's above 30. Not quite 60, but just a little bit below 50 FPS. Not too bad. Yeah, not bad at all. And again, this is a free-to-play game, so, you know, you can't really ask too much from it, given that it's a free-to-play game. Detailed shadows as well for those trees. So 8K is averaging 46 FPS, 0% low sitting at 23, 1% low sitting at 41, with a max FPS of 50. And then let's switch back over to 4K native here, and then we'll finish off the remainder of this lap here at 4K native. Reset the afterburner. Few little backfires there. Yeah, but not too bad. So yeah, it does run pretty decently, even though it is using an Unreal Engine 5 based engine. So not too bad actually. Not bad at all. Anyways, if you did enjoy the video, do give this video a like. If you want to see more content like this, more RTX 5090 gaming benchmarks, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. Again, this week brings to you Rennsport, which is, like I said, free to play. Available on the Epic Game Store and Steam client if you do want to check it out. And and we'll take things there. So stay tuned. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Call of Duty Black Ops 7, which one thing that irritated me was it was such a large download, 234 gigabyte download. That just is really irritatingly large. And the worst part is at one point I downloaded like 130 gigabytes of that game, and for some reason it just like lost track of what I downloaded, so I had to re-download it. So really I had to download over 300 gigabytes just to get it installed. So really a pain in the butt if you ask me, but I did get it installed, and we should be getting a video benchmark tomorrow of the campaign mode, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching, appreciate all the support, and like I said, stay tuned for Call of Duty Black Ops 7 tomorrow, and I'll see you guys around. Later, peace out.